All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD 1000 Web Development Technologies course, I've been creating a series of video presentations that are based off of the Mozilla Developer Network Learn Web Development series. I am currently in the Tools and Testing Understanding Client-Side JavaScript Frameworks, and we're in React, and in particular the React Interactivity. We've been working on this to-do list, and we now can add and delete items from the to-do list. Now we want to be able to edit and filter items that are in the list, and also learn about conditional rendering. All right, as it says, as we end near the end of our React journey, for now at least, we'll add finishing touches to the main areas and functionalities of our to-do list app. This includes allowing you to edit tasks and filter tasks between all of them, completed and incomplete. Remember, completed ones are the ones that are checked. Incomplete, of course, are not checked. And as it says, we'll look at conditional UI rendering along the way. We don't have a user interface for editing the name of a task yet. We'll get to that in a moment. To start with, we can at least implement an Edittask function in our app.js. It will be similar to delete task because it'll take an ID because we'll have to know the name of the task we want to edit. But it'll also take a new name property containing the name of to update the task to. We'll again use the array.prototype.map, or we'll use that rather than the filter, because we want to return a new array with some changes rather than deleting something. So add the Edittask function inside of your app in the same place as the other functions. This is our app. There's the delete task, so that seems like it would be a good place to do it. In fact, we just have not even putting spaces in there, so we'll put it right there. All right, so notice if the task has the same ID, basically we're going to allow you to change it, okay? Pass edit tasks to our to-do components as a prop in the same way we did everything else. So we want to be able to add this. Right there. All right. Now open to-do.js. We're going to do some refactoring. Now, when you refactor, typically when you refactor, the reason that you're refactoring is you want to optimize your code. I mean, it can involve a lot of different things. All right. You might, when you want to optimize it, you want to make it run better. It's not impossible that you can add code in order to optimize your app. All right. Okay. In order to allow users to edit a task, we have to provide a user interface for them to do so. First, import the use state into the to-do component as we did before. So our first line in our to-do.js should look like this now. There that is. So we no longer need this. All right, so there's that. We'll now use this to set an isEditing state, the default of which should be false. Add the following line just inside the top of your to-do props component definition. Inside of your to-do props. Well, I'm not sure exactly what they mean, so let's take another look. I think they mean here. All right, we'll find out. Now we're going to rethink the to-do component. All right. From now on, we want to display one of two possible templates rather than a single template. The view template, when we are just viewing a to-do, this is what we've used in the tutorial so far, and the editing when we want to edit a to-do. We're about to create this. Copy this block of code into the to-do function beneath your useState hook, but above the return statement. I think they mean right there. All right. We've now got two different template structures, edit and view, defined inside two separate constants. This means that the return statement of the to-do is now repetitious. It also contains the definition of the view template. We'll clean this up by using conditional rendering to determine which template the component returns and therefore should be rendered in the UI. All right, in JSX, we can use a condition to change what is rendered by the browser. All right, to write the condition, it says we use the ternary operator. We've already seen this. So if we are editing, we want the editing template. If we're not editing, we do the view template. I just want to show you something. You probably already get this, but for completeness, I want to show you this anyway. And that is, I'm just going to add this. So writing this, let me make this smaller so you can see all of it. All right, writing this could have also been written like this. We could have said not is editing, and then here we would have said view template colon editing template. I just want you to see the difference between these. If this is true, you do this action. If this is false, you do this action. If this is true, meaning it's not, you do this action. If this is false, meaning it is, you do this action. So you could have done it either way. This is a lot more straightforward, but a lot of times the way people code isn't in the most straightforward way, or just because you and I think something is straightforward doesn't necessarily mean that somebody else does. All right. So it says change the return statement inside the to-do so that it reads like so. And you can see how big the return statement currently is. And it's going to totally change to this. All right. Now, hopefully I didn't screw that up, but we'll see as we go on. Your browser should still render all tasks as before. To see the editing template, you'll have to change the default is editing state from false to true in your code for now. We will look at making this work in the next section. So I just want to make sure I didn't break anything. Well, it looks like I did. And it's got is editing is not defined. All right, so we go back as always and we take a look for that. Well, that's probably where it's not defined. I'm not positive though, so let's look. Yep, line 51. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that. So here before we had return followed by this. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment out this entire thing. Put in that. I'm still going to have the same error I had before. It's not catching wherever we've defined the... So there's our constant editing template. And there's our constant view template. Okay, that looks good. And here we're telling it to return one or the other. So that's the only place that we're having it, because we've taken this one. I think we might have to put that in here, that back in here. Let's see. All right. Well, at least now I can run it by putting that line back in. So, all right. At long last, we are ready to make our final core feature interactive. So we will do this. And then we will probably go up to the back to the filter buttons and then do that as one last tape. All right. At long last, we are ready to make our final core feature interactive. To start with, we want to call set editing with a value of true when the user presses the edit button in our template so that we can switch templates. Update the edit button in our view template so it looks like follows. All right, so I took a look in here for where that is, where the button has been defined, and that's right here. So it says that we are supposed to come in and change that button to this, which I'll do. All right, so there's that. Now we'll add the same on-click handler to the cancel button in the editing template, but this time we'll set the is editing to false so that it switches us back to the view template. Update the cancel button in the editing template as so. This was the cancel button right here. All right. With this code in place, you should be able to press edit and cancel in your to-do items to go between the two templates. Well, we're going to find out right now. So I think we have saved. That's saved. Saved. Okay. Ideally, we don't have any errors. Okay. So, well, it says we should have been able to go into that. We cannot. Hopefully, at the very end here, they will show us the completed code. I'm looking, and of course, it does not look like it. Not good. All right, but we'll take a look. Let's back up for a second. All right. Change the return statement so that it reads like this. I think we've got that. And that's in our to-do, right? So we comment all that out. That's our return. So yes, that's in there. All right. Update the edit button. in the view template. I'm wondering if I updated the wrong buttons. I think I might have gone into app and updated those. So there was the edit. I don't have that. Goodness. As always, that's on me. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and take a look at it because I'm already at 16 minutes. So I'm going to stop right here, take a quick look, and be back in just a couple moments.